We probably all know that moment when you sit in front of your computer and check your Steam library with no games and think, damn, there really isn't anything to play right now. And then you just start telling yourself, you know, maybe the games back in the days were just so much better and there's nothing new that's good, right? So instead of just doing something else, I did the only right thing and opened up some cool background music, and then I started doom scrolling on websites for old nostalgic games. Before we continue, I just wanted to tell you that I found some game keys that I never used and I wanted to give them to you. So if you want any of these games, leave a nice comment with the name of the game and maybe leave a like and subscribe. And that's when I found this little gem. Wait, hold up, man. What the hell is Battlestrike Force of Resistance? I knew you would ask that question. Let me answer it for you. To be honest, when I first saw it, I really had no idea. But I saw the cover picture. And if you grew up with the old Call of Duty games as well, you might have noticed that it looks just a tiny bit like Call of Duty. And that sparked my interest. Apparently this is a game by CI Games, formerly known as City Interactive, a Polish video game developer and publisher mostly known for this popular Sniper Ghost Warrior, or for all the other not so good games they made. Anyway, personally I really like the old Call of Duty games, especially World at War, but I also played a lot of COD 2 and COD 1 on the PlayStation 2 back in the day. And honestly, if Battlestrike is somewhat like those games, maybe it's actually a great way to get another nostalgic kick, right? So let's jump into it and see if it can keep up with the old Call of Duty games. Oh, and by the way, I played the second game, Force of Resistance 2, also known as Shadow of Stalingrad, but I don't think that really matters. First time in the game, we obviously get greeted by some very lovely and very loud music. After I had adjusted all the settings, which was possible in great detail by the way, I briefly checked out the weapons in the game, and obviously I was very impressed by the selection. Weapons? Oh yeah, that's a ton of weapons. And then it was time to finally play the game.
Come in, Lieutenant Korobov.
Comrade General, Lieutenant Korobov reporting.
At ease, dear.
Let me spare you the rest. I really didn't listen what they say, but they were just yapping anyway, and you know, the Germans are attacking and we need to kill them, and look, the German tank, and more Germans coming, look. And yeah, this goes on for 2.5 minutes, like, you really don't want to see this. But in case you do, you can use code MAJOR on all Battlestrike games. No, just kidding guys, please. And then, who could have thought the game was not working? Most of the keys were unbound, and playing on 120 FPS made it really struggle. But after binding everything again, and limiting the FPS to 60, which you should always do in old games, I could finally play. And I don't want to lie guys, it was horrible. First of all, the whole performance was really bad, and the game from 2009, this should really not be the case. And then to the gunplay. Like, I don't know what they thought back when they made this game, but adding so much recoil to a game like this makes it really unenjoyable. The whole gunplay in general is really bad. Just look at this. Oh, okay, we're going right into it. Oh, there's a bit of a recoil here. Oh my god. Oh, saving. Oh yeah, and there's a bit of recoil on this gun as well, I see. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's like the aim is really not that fun. This is horrible, look at that. Like I cannot.
Disgrace.
Yeah, and on top of that, unfortunately, the game is very boring. I have no idea what the story is about, but honestly I don't really care either. And then there are the maps. I don't think I have to tell you that they look horrible and are always the same. And the worst part, there was never really a proper fight. There were only ever 2 or 3 enemies at the same time, and then 1 or 2 friendlies. Look, this was the most crowded scene in the game during the time I played.
Look out, camera!
Oh.
Fascists coming out that building!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and every time you die the game crashes, by the way. Let's see how this is gonna go.
Fascists coming out that building! Die, fascists, die!
Okay, I did not die. Okay, that was fast. Yeah, that's it. That was the most intense scene in the game. The only other scene that seemed like it might get exciting was when a tank was shown in the game for the first and last time. Yes, you heard right. There was only one tank in the whole game. In a damn World War II game.
There goes the whole plan. Sure. The only pass
Tank.
to this station is blocked by tank. We're stuck here.
Perhaps a grenade bundle?
Good, Fidea. Just make sure you put the grenades back after you're done with that fascist tin can.
Don't mock me, Comrade Sergeant. I only had my rifle and grenades, just like these. And I took out 3 fascist tanks at Bryansk. Received the Hero of the Soviet Union medal, and the Comrade Major commanded me in front of the whole division.
Whatever you say, Fidea. I know you're brave. Only sometimes a little short of brains. We can give it a try.
At least it's funny, right? Nice. Perfect. Wow.
Tough son of a bitch. Stomped him so hard, armor plates blew off. But tank's still working. I have an idea. The fool's standing on top of manhole. We could strap a charge under his belly.
I see. No. I need to get away quickly. Okay, the only tank in the game, and I destroy him in a matter of like 3 seconds by going underneath. It was the lamest fight I've ever seen in
The path is clear.
any
Forward!
World War II shooter. Last but not least, the cutscenes. You've already seen 2 of the 3 amazing cutscenes, but I don't want to withhold the last one from you anymore. Oh my god.
Comrade Captain Sergeant Nikita Nichiburuk
They should
reporting
get
as ordered.
the dark
Welcome
scenery.
to Stalingrad.
How's the situation?
Normal. That is deep shit. What is there to say? We've been fighting the fascists for every house on every street. We're holding for now, but we've taken heavy losses. The only thing that keeps us going is we know theirs have been worse. I'll lead you through the undergrounds to the factory, but watch your back. This area has not been cleared. Private Yerofiev, move.
There goes the private. Great scenery there. Oh!
Sniper! Damn them! They got Yerofiev! Take the Kyarov and see if you can find where the shot came from!
What an intense scene! And he's gone. And then I died a couple times with the sniper and rage quit. But I guess there was not much more to see anyway. I think I was about half through the game and I played for like 30 minutes. So the game is around 1 hour with 8 chapters. So if you really want to waste your time for 1 hour, you can play the rest of the game. Actually, when I first planned this video, I also wanted to hop on the second game that looked like Call of Duty. But after this torture and then seeing this review on Steam, I don't think there's a need for that. I mean, we probably already know that Call of Duty is better, but just for the comparison, I'm also gonna show some clips from Call of Duty. Right away you notice the graphics are much better. And on one hand, I really don't want to judge them too hard because they obviously have a way smaller budget and Call of Duty was a AAA title with many more developers on it. But on the other hand, that doesn't prevent you from making a good game, right? And the Battlestrike game came out in 2009 and the Call of Duty in 2005. So you have to criticize this as well, right? And according to some very trustworthy sources, it is okay to compare the two despite the budget differences. So let me show you just this one section from the first game, and I think that alone will be enough to prove that Call of Duty is the better game.
Steady, comrades! Wait till they get close! Товарищи! For the Soviet Union and for your glorious motherland! God
Low. Oh no. So in conclusion, you can say Call of Duty is clearly the better game. Of course I didn't expect Battlestrike really to be better than Call of Duty. But as I said in the beginning, when you're down for a nostalgic little game and maybe looking for something that you haven't played like 100 times already, yeah, I was hoping Battlestrike was for that scenario. But honestly, just play the old Call of Duties again if you want to. I can highly recommend them. And you can see in the video, the graphics are not that outdated in my opinion. And furthermore, I would say they are even more fun than some newer games today. So if you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate it if you left a like or subscribed and let me know what you think about the game in the comments. Thanks for watching and hopefully I will see you in the next one.